So the ingredients that we need for making kadhi pakoda are these: 1/4 of onion, half a centimeter of ginger finely chopped, about 4 buds of garlic roughly chopped. We also need some whole red chilies, so about 4 whole red chilies, half a lemon juice, hing. We need 4 tablespoons of gram flour. We need some powdered spices, which are cumin and coriander, turmeric, mustard seeds, cumin seeds, chili powder, and some garam masala, salt. We also need some yogurt. That's the main ingredient for making curry. So, which is about 500 grams of Greek yogurt. We need some oil. I'm using mustard oil here, but you can use any veg oil of your choice. And then we need about 1.5 liter of water. So these are the basic ingredients for making curry. Then I will show you the ingredients for making pakoda separately. But let's start with the making the curry first. For this, it's always advisable to have a pan like this, which is called kadhi, which is like an iron kadhi, which is very good for making curries and something which is to do with the acidity, like the lemon juice and yogurt. They are quite acidic, so the cast iron or iron pan like this is quite good for making things like these. So yeah, let's start. Okay, first we need to add some spices to the yogurt. So I have this spice box here, which is quite handy for making any dishes involving with various spices. So I have here cumin and coriander powder mix. So I'm taking 2 teaspoons of cumin and coriander powder mix, which is mixed in the ratio of 60-40. But if you don't have a mix, you can use 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. That should work equally fine as well. And then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder. You can go for 1 teaspoon if you don't want it a bit hot, but I prefer going at 1.5 teaspoon. And then we have got these mustard seeds and cumin seeds, which we'll temper with. Salt, we will add it in the later stage, and also garam masala we will put in the later stage. Now what we need to do is we need to mix it with a whisk and make sure that all these spices are nicely integrated or mixed up in the yogurt. Okay, I also need to add gram flour at this stage. So I'm adding 4 tablespoons of gram flour. Make sure you mix it nicely without adding any water, otherwise the gram flour will form lumps and then you won't be getting a smooth paste. So it's advisable not to add the water in the beginning. So first add gram flour directly to the yogurt and mix it nicely. Mix it till there are no lumps left. So this is ready. Now I'm going to add some water to it. So I told you in the beginning that we need 1.5 liter of water. So I'm adding a little bit of water. So like half the water I've added, and I'm just whisking it to make it a smooth consistency. Okay, that's it. Now we move on to next stage where we start cooking. Right, so I've got my iron kadhi ready. I'm adding about 3 to 4 tablespoons of mustard oil. And as I said earlier, you can use any other oil you like. Something like veg oil is fine as well. So I've added about 4 tablespoons of mustard oil. The first thing we are going to add to this oil is the red chilies, whole red chilies. So I'm adding 4 whole red chilies. I will just try to fry it till they are nicely dark in color. Right, so it's a nice dark color now, and we move on to the next stage. So I'm adding half a teaspoon of mustard seed, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and then I'm adding, straight after that, I'm adding my garlic, chopped garlic. Straight after that, I'm adding my chopped ginger. Just give it a good stir, and straight after that you add your thinly sliced onions. Just fry it for like a couple of minutes. So now it has been frying for like good 2 minutes. What I'm going to do now is turn the heat down, really down, and keep stirring it. So what I'm doing is just trying to bring the temperature slightly down, because next step I'm going to add is my yogurt mix that we prepared earlier. And while I'm saying that, it's good to decrease the temperature so that my yogurt doesn't split. It's very crucial. So I have to turn the temperature down really low. Okay, so onions are like slightly brown, not like very dark brown, but slightly getting color now. So that's the indication to add my yogurt, which is I've mixed thoroughly, just giving a bit more of a stir again, and then gradually add it. I'll add some more water from my remaining water. Just try to rinse it nicely. Give a good stir. And now I'm going to increase the heat, but at the same time I will keep stirring it till it gets into a boil, and as soon as it starts boiling I will turn the heat to medium and let it simmer. So that's the key. You need to keep stirring till it reaches the boiling temperature, and as soon as it reaches the boiling temperature, turn the heat down to simmer, and then your yogurt won't split and you will have a nice smooth sauce or curry rather than like a split grainy texture. So this will take around good 5 minutes of continuous stirring and medium to high heat. So now it has been cooking for about good 7 minutes. I had been continuously stirring it so that to avoid the curdling, and as you can see now it is really simmering now, and the sauce is quite smooth, so the yogurt hasn't curdled, it hasn't split. So yeah, so that's what we are looking for. That's very important. Now we need to add rest of the water. So I've added rest of the water, and once again I will bring it to the simmer and then leave it to cook on like a gentle slow simmering heat for about half an hour to 40 minutes. So now this has gone a bit watery, but as I keep cooking it for another half an hour, 40 minutes, the yogurt will get thickened with the gram flour which is already there, and as the gram flour is getting cooked, the curry will start getting thicker and thicker, and then we get the right consistency. So that's very important. The ratio is all here: 500 grams of yogurt, 1.5 liter of water, 4 tablespoons of gram flour to get the right consistency. So I will leave it to cook for another half an hour to 40 minutes, and once it starts simmering, I will turn the heat really down. So I've now boiled this curry for second time. I've cooked it for another 5-7 minutes, and I've got it to boil second time, and I've turned the heat really down to simmer. So I will leave this, I'll put a lid on, and I'll leave it to cook for another half an hour to 40 minutes. By the time this is cooking, we will make some pakodas. So I'm going to make some onion pakodas to go with that. That's it. So I will leave it to simmer for another half an hour to 40 minutes. So we are making some onion pakoras now to go with the curry. For that we need around 200 grams of thinly sliced onions, and like one large onion is fine as well. I'm adding like a 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and just 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin and coriander powder mix. If you don't have a mix, you can use 50-50. And then I'm using 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. Next we need to mix it, rub it with our hands so that all spices are mixed together with the onions. And I'm just trying to rub it with my hand so that the onions will lose some moisture. And then the next step is I will be adding the gram flour. So I've got 4 tablespoons of gram flour here. I'm going to add that to this and then give a good mix, because it has given some moisture earlier. The onions have left some moisture, and which will help to bind the gram flour and the onions together. Okay, our onion mix is ready now, as you can see. So my oil is hot. I have heated the oil to about 175 degrees centigrade, and I'm just gonna form small quenelles or any shape you would like and drop it in the hot oil like this. So once they are nice golden brown color, we will remove them, and then we will add these pakodas to the curry in the later stages of the preparation. So now remove them while they are nice and golden brown color, and we will add them to the curry in the later stage of the cooking. So now the curry has been bubbling for a good like half an hour. So now is the time to put some finishing touches to it. So we need to add about 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of salt, give a good stir, like a half a teaspoon of garam masala, and then we can add some onion pakoras that we made earlier. So these pakoras, they are already so moorish, they can be eaten like that as well as a snack. So if any is left, you can always add them to the curry and to make it like a kadhi pakoda. Okay, so just give a good stir, and then we can just leave it for another good 10-15 minutes on slow simmering heat, and it's your choice. You can finish it off with some mint or maybe with some fresh coriander. But yeah, let's cook it for another 15 minutes and then we will serve them. So just to finish the kadhi pakoda off, we need to squeeze some lemon juice, like half a lemon juice. And then I have got some hot oil in here, just like a tablespoon of hot. I'm just gonna put some hing, the asafoetida, and then tip that hot oil into the curry. And now this kadhi pakoda is ready to be served. So that's your Punjabi Kadhi Pakoda, best served with some boiled rice. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Thank you for watching.